Just two disclaimers right away. I will not be grading this movie slash two-part pilot, nor will I spoil anything. This review will be spoil-free. The Inhumans Parts 1 and 2 are directed by Roel, Reiné, and written by Scott Buck. They star Iwan, Rheon, Anson and Serinda, Swan, among others. And in this, of course, we meet the Inhumans, the royal family of Attilan, composed of Black Bolt, Medusa, Gorgon, Cornish, Maximus, and Crystal. They live peacefully in the moon until the Teragenesis happens on Earth, and then a revolt is instigated by Maximus himself, separating the royal family and making them go on a mission on Earth. I know what everyone thinks of the trailers of the Inhumans. I know the early word on Inhumans, and I know what I myself thought of the trailers. I didn't hate it, but they didn't look good. I'm happy to report Inhumans Parts 1 and 2 is a good start for what can be a good show. Let's go into the most important thing in any TV show ever. The characters. And Anson plays Black Bolt very well. You can get a lot from his emotions, his eyes especially, because he cannot talk. And he uses a lot of sign language, but not necessarily real sign language. He has a very specific type of sign language to him, which is very authoritative. He is a perfect vessel for this character of Black Bolt, because Anson is very good at portraying this character, and Black Bolt himself is written very well. He has a tragic past, and you can see that pain eating away at him through his eyes. He's also very authoritative, and he is also a very commanding presence, but you can see that he's also eaten away by self-doubt. He is full of uncertainty. He is not a character that is flawless. He is not a king who knows everything about what he's doing. He has doubts about himself and about the decisions he makes, if they are the right ones or not. And he can be pretty funny. On the second part of the pilot, once he gets down to Earth, some very funny situations occur. And I really like this portrayal of Black Bolt, and I like what I can see that is coming ahead for his character and how this character can learn and progress. It will be a very good arc if it is accomplished well on the show, but as a starter, I think Black Bolt is on the right path to be a very faithful and good adaptation of the character from the comics. Serinda Swan as Medusa. I'm going to be honest, I've seen her in a lot of stuff, and for the first part of the first episode, she seemed like she was asleep. She was boring as hell. She was not even trying in her acting, and the character was basically used as just a means to translate what Black Bolt was saying. When something that I will not spoil, crucial, happens to her character, it seems like Serinda Swan woke up, because from then on, she is very good in this show. I really enjoyed Medusa in the second part of this episode. A very fierce and feisty leader of the Inhumans, and a queen who fights for her cause and her beliefs. Very well done on the second part, but honestly on the first half of the episode, I will not blame anyone if they give up on liking this character. The actors who play Gorgon and Cornish are also very good. I really love them, and these are probably the two most faithful characters in the entire show so far. They are incredibly well done, and there was something I was not sure about Gorgon that I didn't see in the trailers. I'm glad I see it now. It was so good just to see these characters being brought to life, and their powers and how they use their powers in this show is very well done. I was very happy with how they were utilized and how they are written so far in this show. Gorgon has somewhat of a different vision upon the human world that he has from the comics, but I really like the edge that it gives to the character. And Cornish is just a straight up type of guy. He is very brutally honest, and it brings a lot of good comedy in the interactions he has with the rest of the royal family. And before I go into Maximus himself, let me speak of the royal family. How this show starts, it is very good at setting up this world, how the society of the Inhumans work. It displays their struggles very well, and it shows the royal family interacting in such a beautiful way. You can get a lot from just one scene when they are all together, seeing what they are going through, seeing what they have been through, and seeing what they are to each other in terms of a hierarchy. I really enjoyed the way they interacted with each other, and I really felt that they were family. These characters are brought to life the most in that one scene when they are all together and interacting and progressing the plot. Because the show doesn't stop to have that one scene for us to see how they interact and not say anything that's useful. The show keeps moving, and that is a crucial scene, and that is one of the most pivotal scenes to make us sure that at least the characters are, in part at least, done right in the show, and they were right there. And their world is very well realized as well. I like to see how this society works, how they are closed on the moon in the secret society, and they are afraid of humans on Earth and of the humans finding them. And it's all very well done. It's all very well displayed. People don't tell you how the society works. They show it, and then you see how the society is divided, much in a way that Snowpiercer did. Snowpiercer did it much better, but Inhumans does it well. They show you, they do not tell you. And now, yes, let's go into Maximus, because he feeds on the divides of the society to instigate a revolt and to make people trust him. I'm not going to get much into his character, but there is one particular struggle that he has to face constantly throughout his life, despite being a member of the royal family. And Rheon was very good at portraying this character, although Maximus has a very different demeanor about him. Maximus in the comics, for those who don't know, is basically a guy even smarter but as cunning as Loki, and of a psychopathic level as big as the Joker. Now, this psychopathic level might not be shown in here, but it can progress throughout the show, and by the end of the first season, he can be that big of a psychopath. And if it does happen, I'm going to enjoy that it did not start out this way. But for now, I'm going to tell you he's not very confident about himself. But you can see how he can manipulate people and gain that trust and make them believe in him as a new rightful king for the Inhumans, and Rheon plays that vulnerability but also that manipulativeness very well. Now, the first and the second episode are combined and are being displayed on IMAX screens right now, and for those of you who appreciate film on a technical aspect, I will say go watch it. This is very well shot. There are moments in this, in the action sequences, and just in scope, that are very well captured on camera. Some of the stuff they do in here on a technical level is tremendous for television, especially for ABC. The scope of the show, the shots they actually have in here, and the city of Adelan, the whole department of special effects did a fantastic job. Medusa's hair, do not worry, it looks great. The powers themselves, do not worry, it looks great. Lockjaw, however, he does look great on his own, but he doesn't exactly fit with the rest of the environment. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Lockjaw basically looks great. He looks great, but the blending of Lockjaw as a visual effect with the rest of the environment around him, which must have been real sets and real people, does not exactly fit together. It looks weird because it looks like there's a divide in there, an invisible barrier that constantly separates Lockjaw from the rest of the characters. And the colors are also very good. Again, for those of you who appreciate film on its technical aspects, go see it. Although as soon as it starts, there are a couple of camera movements here and there that are just there to be show off, to show you that these people know how to move a physical camera around, and I could have done without it. But there are actually some very impressive shots on a filmic sense in here. And despite very good delivery, some of the dialogue needs to seriously get better, as well as some inconsistencies in the script for logic's sake. Inhumans is not going to impress anyone. This is not going to convince anyone to be turned into a fan of Marvel or Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or the Netflix shows. But Inhumans is something promising. It's not something spectacular, it's something I can call good, but I cannot rate this show because this is just the start. You can definitely tell when the first episode ends and the second one begins, but I want to see the rest. I'm definitely into this and I'm going to give this whole season a shot. But what did you think of the start of the Inhumans, my beautiful geekies? Did you see it? Did you not? Do you want to see it? And are you hopeful for the Inhumans, at least the first season? Let me know in the comments below, and let me know what characters you want to see in this show, because there are a couple of surprises that I want you to live if you go see this in IMAX. Thank you so much for watching, my beautiful geekies. You guys are the best. I love you all from the bottom of my heart. Stay tuned. Tomorrow I'll have a video about Force Friday. I will have a haul, and I will film something as I go to Disney Store to pick up my stuff for Force Friday. I can't wait to see you there, and until then, you stay beautiful, you stay geeky, and if you haven't done so yet, click the subscribe button and the bell so we can be geeky united!